How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTCReaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Over on Bitcoin dominance for the daily, we are continuing higher. We are seeing Bitcoin lose less than our altcoins. That's all this is meaning. RSI is pushing up. That stochastic is starting to round away. Momentum wants around. Money flow is rounding, and VWAP is pushing down. So it does still look like altcoins could start to outpace Bitcoin soon. Over on our total, we did try to break forward. We did get most of our breakout, possibly, but it does look like we retraced, so we will look at the 1 hour to see how that played out. This could be a long upper shadow candle, which shows bulls try to gain control, but the bear stepped in, rejected that resistance area, and we could end up falling down to that 749. Now, if we're not careful, the MPP does give us about 87% probability of that happening. VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is dropping, money flow is weakening, and RSI is pulling back, so I would exercise caution here. Around the 1 hour, we can extend this out, so you can see we did break out, we did get a run forward. If you move your trend line to where we broke out, we did get the full move. There was a 20% chance of making a lower high, so I would watch. We could make a lower high, reject away yet, but the MPP does say on the lower time frames, we could still break that resistance area. I would just exercise caution because we do have a consolidation range where we're trading sideways after a push to the downside, which creates a bear flag to break us lower, and it could retest this channel and attempt to break us down. So this channel is pretty much played out, so any bullish momentum could be played out as well. RSI is starting to pull back, our momentum is in the bearish territory, and that money flow is bearish as well. If that VWAP cannot break through that neutral, we will see momentum and money flow remain in the red, and that will cause higher time frames to break down, rejecting any bullish possibility. However, if that VWAP can get higher highs with this higher low, then we can push forward and see a bounce in this area. So over on Bitcoin futures, we have nothing going on, so we'll hop over to Bitcoin. We do have a similar scenario here with that breakout possibility. Our RSI is flat, momentum starting to round, VWAP does want to push up, and money flow is attempting to be in the green. Over on the 1 hour, we also got most of our orders filled on our altcoins, so this is why having your orders set ahead of time is helpful, because now if we do push forward, we are set in a position where we average down, and now we can continue higher. But over on Bitcoin for the 1 hour, we do have a lower high. Watch for lower lows. If we get lower lows here, we do have that same consolidation after a push down that can create a bear flag to bring us lower and retest that 93K. Stochastic is favoring bearish, staying just under the 30, so if it cannot get above that 30 and hold, RSI will not lead price higher. VWAP could potentially stay in the bearish territory. Right now, that VWAP is favoring bearish, so watch. If that VWAP continues lower, momentum will remain in the red with money flow and weaken those higher time frames. 1 hour is red, 2 hours red, 4 hour is about to be red. Remember, when those 3 time frames are in confluence, this daily can get strong breaks to the downside, and the MPP does say there's a 60% chance of pulling back to that 80K range yet. Over on graph for the daily, we are starting to see a push down here as well. This could be another long upper shadow candle, so again, watch for a red candle. If we get a red candle, then we can break lower and break our value area high, possibly retesting the 16,316, and if we don't hold there, we can push lower. RSI is weaker, our VWAP is in the bearish territory, it does want to push up, momentum is trying to round forward, and the money flow is overall weakening. If that VWAP stays bearish, then that money flow will start to go into the red, and we will see a continued sell-off. Over on the 1 hour, we do have lower highs and lower lows, so I would exercise caution. We do want to make a bounce off the 20-cent area, so this is positive. We have been warning to watch for this area. We did also say watch for that 16,316. We were just shy of that, but we did get our buy order filled because we did move that up a bit. RSI does want to push up. VWAP is trying to break forward. Momentum does want to push up with the green dot, so that could be positive if VWAP can break into a bullish trend with higher highs and higher lows to bring momentum and money flow higher. If that does not happen and we see that VWAP reject this neutral, we will continue lower. Over on Anchor for the daily, we do look like we are breaking our support level, so not looking good. We could push down to that 30.65 next. Our RSI is starting to weaken, money flow is pulling back, VWAP is favoring bearish, our momentum is dropping as a result, and money flow is weakening, so I would exercise caution. The 1 hour, this could be an inverted head and shoulders, and inverted head and shoulders could push us up. So that would be dependent on a break of that 37.67 and then a continuation beyond the 40.49 to give us a push to the 51.72. But if that VWAP does not get a bullish trend, that likely will not happen. Momentum is pushing down. That VWAP does want to break bullish. So again, watch that VWAP. It needs to break through and hold if momentum and money flow are going to make a rebound to push price higher. Over on XRP for the daily, we are right around the bottom. Yeah, it doesn't look too good, Adam. So, but that is good because we can get a DCA opportunity, more buying opportunities. Remember, you should DCA in and out. So if you're buying in at good support areas over the long term, you're going to win. If you would bought at the top of the bull market and then you bought throughout the bear market at every like consolidation range, you would be in massive profits right now, pretty decent, like couple 100% profits. VWAP does want to push up, momentum is gaining strength, stochastic does want to make a bounce, and momentum does want to push forward. That is dependent on that VWAP gaining strength though. If that VWAP doesn't gain strength on lower time frames, then we could invalidate bullish patterns. Over on the 1 hour, again, we do have that potential for inverted head and shoulders. So if we can break and hold above that 235, then we could continue higher and potentially see bulls regain control. VWAP is trying to break bullish. We do have a weak high here, so I would watch for lower lows. If we get lower lows here, momentum will pull back, money flow will crash, and we would reject this pattern, giving us those lower probabilities like that 184. So I would watch. But there's a high chance we do make a higher low here. So if we make that higher low, continue forward, and then make higher highs with higher lows, right around that 235, that's where bulls can regain control still. So we're not completely lost, but if we don't get a push over the next couple days, then it's likely we will see some bearish momentum. Over on this 1 day for algo, same long upper shadow candle. Watch for bearish confirmation though. We could easily get a strong green candle and push up, but if we get a red candle, it could play out pretty strong, so keep that in mind as well. Our side does want to pull back, VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum does want to push up, and money flow is in the green, but if that VWAP rejects on lower time frames, money flow will continue to weaken and we will push lower, possibly toward that 28.48, and if we don't hold, we have that 25.03, and PP does say there is a high probability of getting to around 27.08. Over on the 1 hour, we do have, again, that inverted head and shoulders, so if we can break that resistance of 34 and hold, then we would want to break 37 and then hold and continue forward from there to get a bullish break of our previous range around that 43.44. But we need that confirmation, we need bullish momentum soon. VWAP does want to break through, momentum does want to round forward, but money flow is pulling back, so if that VWAP does not break into a bullish trend over the next few hours, then momentum and money flow will continue to fall, higher time frames will weaken, and we could see some strong red candles. And remember, that could bring us lower. Our value area high is right around that 23.75. So if we retest that and we don't bounce, then I would exercise caution for even lower targets. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already, and visit the Mastering the Trade series. That way you can learn most of the terminology we use.